Cowboys remain at an impasse with Micah Parsons as pads go on. As the Dallas Cowboys kicked off padded practices on Sunday, one of the NFL's most closely watched contract sagas showed no signs of imminent resolution. All-Pro edge rusher Micah Parsons, fresh off 3 straight seasons as a first-team All-Pro, arrived on the field but again declined to suit up, turning heads and testing fan patience. 1. Training camp enters Phase 2. First pads practice. After 4 days of non-contact work, the Cowboys finally donned pads, marking a critical ramp-up toward full-speed drills. Parsons' status. Parsons was present, but as a passive participant. He wore street clothes and held a blocking dummy, rather than risking contact without a new deal in place. Cowboys quarterback outlook. Meanwhile, quarterback Dak Prescott and the offense fully engaged in 11-on-11 work with pads, underscoring the contrast between a locked-in offense and a defensive stalemate. 2. We want to pay Micah too. Stephen Jones speaks. Executive VP weighs in. Stephen Jones, the team's executive vice president and son of owner Jerry Jones, addressed reporters on Sunday. Open quote, "It doesn't change anything. We want to pay Micah too. He's got to want to be paid." Close quote. 2 interpretations. 1, of course he wants the money, a tongue-in-cheek reminder that Parsons seeks market value. For 2, prove it on the field, a more contentious reading suggesting the Cowboys expect Parsons to earn that top-of-market payout under their terms. Whether intentional or not, the remark added fuel to the perception that Dallas still doubts Parsons' long-term value at the highest guarantees. 3. Owner Jerry Jones' controversial comments, early camp jabs. At training camp's public opener, Jerry Jones also took aim, inaccurately stating Parsons was hurt 6 games last year and comparing him unfavorably to Dak Prescott's durability. Parsons missed just 4 regular season games in 2024 and has missed only 1 contest outside those 4 in his previous 3 seasons. Fan backlash. That misstep drew loud boos and chants of "Pay Micah!" from the crowd, an unmistakable sign that fans see Parsons as a core piece worthy of a record-setting deal at the defensive end position. Narsha 4. The market for defensive stars, recent benchmarks. Parsons watches peers set new standards. TJ Watt signed a 3-year, $123 million extension this summer in Pittsburgh. Myles Garrett inked a historic deal that puts him in the $40 million per year tier. Parsons ask, while exact figures aren't public, industry insiders expect Parsons to seek a deal matching or exceeding those marks, given his rarity as a pass rusher who racks up double-digit sacks, pressures, and forced fumbles. Hampshire 5. What's at stake? Defensive identity. Parsons is the cornerstone of a defense that finished 2024 ranked 2nd in the NFL in points allowed. Paying him top market value secures the unit's long-term backbone. Locker room dynamics. Extended holdouts can sour relationships. The Cowboys must balance fiscal prudence with preserving team chemistry and ensuring Parsons' buy-in. Fan relations. Public sentiment clearly favors paying Micah. Continued delays risk alienating a passionate fan base already yearning for a Super Bowl title since the 1995 season. 6. What comes next? Negotiation timeline. With practices intensifying, both sides face a de facto deadline. Either Parsons signs before Week 1 or the holdout drags into September, complicating game planning. Potential compromises. Possible paths forward include a multi-year deal with slightly backloaded guarantees or a shorter bridge extension that rewards Parsons immediately while preserving salary cap flexibility. On-field impact. When Parsons does suit up, expect him to be hyper-motivated. His recent comments, "I see these other guys get paid, you wish you had that same energy," reveal both frustration and a readiness to prove his worth. Bottom line. Dallas and Micah Parsons share the same goal, keep a generational defender in place at a price commensurate with his impact. Yet Stephen Jones' quip, "He's gotta want to be paid," underscores a fundamental disconnect in tone, if not in intent. With pads now on and the season approaching, fans, media, and teammates will be watching closely to see if this high-stakes bargaining ends in a team-friendly compromise or an early season standoff. Either way, the Cowboys' Super Bowl hopes hinge squarely on resolving this drama, and soon. Stephen Jones's latest comments have only added fuel to the Micah Parsons contract fire. Camp, pads, and no extension. As Cowboys players suited up in pads on Sunday for the first time, Parsons was conspicuously unpadded. He's practiced every day since camp opened, but without a new deal still in hand, he's chosen to sit out contact work. Meanwhile, owner Jerry Jones and son Steven have publicly sparred over what it will take to lock Parsons up long term. We want to pay Micah. He's gotta want to be paid. On Saturday, fans heckled Jerry Jones with repeated, "Pay Micah" chants. A day later, Stephen Jones told reporters, "It doesn't change anything. We want to pay Micah too. He's gotta want to be paid." Was that a simple reassurance? Of course, Parsons wants a massive payday, or a pointed suggestion that Parsons has yet to prove he deserves franchise-altering guarantees? Context: the shifting edge rusher market across the NFL this summer, non-QB benchmarks have exploded. Myles Garrett, $40 million a year, and then TJ Watt, $41 million per year, reset the market in quick succession. Parsons, a three-time All-Pro through 4 seasons, insists he deserves similar treatment. He's racked up 52.5 sacks, 256 tackles, and 112 QB hits, numbers that outpace his peers in their first 4 years, and already been the NFL's top tackler and dean of disruption. Why it matters. Parsons is the linchpin of Dallas's defense. His absence from contact drills is symbolic. Injury risk is the one thing no team wants when writing million-dollar checks. Jerry's repeated digs at Parsons' durability, incorrectly claiming Parsons missed 6 games last year, and comparisons to Dak Prescott's injury history only underscore the tension. What's next? Training camp and preseason game reps now double as high-stakes bargaining chips. If Parsons continues to sit out physical drills, pressure will mount on Jerry to either cave or risk fracturing the locker room. Conversely, Parsons must decide whether to push harder or re-engage in camp and hope a deal comes. Because in Dallas, nothing gets done until both sides truly want it. Cowboys remain at an impasse with Micah Parsons as pads go on. As the Dallas Cowboys kicked off padded practices on Sunday, one of the NFL's most closely watched contract sagas showed no signs of imminent resolution. All-Pro edge rusher Micah Parsons, fresh off 3 straight seasons as a first-team All-Pro, arrived on the field but again declined to suit up, turning heads and testing fan patience. 1. Training camp enters Phase 2. First pads practice. After 4 days of non-contact work, the Cowboys finally donned pads, marking a critical ramp-up toward full-speed drills. Parsons' status. Parsons was present, but as a passive participant. He wore street clothes and held a blocking dummy, rather than risking contact without a new deal in place. Cowboys quarterback outlook. Meanwhile, quarterback Dak Prescott and the offense fully engaged in 11-on-11 work with pads, underscoring the contrast between a locked-in offense and a defensive stalemate. 2. We want to pay Micah too. Stephen Jones speaks. Executive VP weighs in. Stephen Jones, the team's executive vice president and son of owner Jerry Jones, addressed reporters on Sunday. Open quote, "It doesn't change anything. We want to pay Micah